And so quickly after that, or at least what it seems to us, after the nickname ceremony comes the elimination, where he sends home Louisa. Do you feel like it was her time to go, or did you think somebody else should have gone in place of her? And if so, who?
So honestly, I felt really bad when Louisa went home. Um, I felt like she was one of the people that was really genuinely there for him, you know? So I felt bad when she went home. I felt like, he could have given her another chance. But then again, like, I felt like he didn't have much to go off of to send us home.
Yeah.
Really, like we didn't really get no time or anything. So if he was going to base anything off of anybody going home off of his first impressions, I would have think it would have been Ness. We're not going to call her Fluff. The name is Ness. Like, and that's another thing. I was like annoyed that he didn't call her Ness. Like, nigga, stand your ground. Her name is Nest. It's Ness now more than ever because the Ness ain't even her real Ness. But I feel like it would have been her because she's the one that doesn't have a sense of humor and like this ain't for her. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like obviously she quit. She eliminated herself. You know what I mean? Like so she did waste the space there that could have been for Louisa. So
Right. Yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit in a little bit, but he also attempts to send home Biggie at the end, but he quickly changed his mind and let her stay. Do you think that was that he was actually going to send her home before changing his mind, or do you think that he just wanted to like scare her or make an example?
I think he was just trying to scare her and make an example. But I think he should have made a real example and sent her home. So yeah, it should have been either Ness or Biggie or both.
Yeah.
Because she threw the glass, like if they just started all the drama that happened, that commotion in the kitchen did start because of them. Yeah, Bad and Bougie did throw the chicken first, so she was the first person to throw stuff, but it wasn't her fight, really, to be honest. It was the sisters. So
Right. So the next day comes around and we see Rolly, Tokyo, Nadi, and Sashana talking about their feelings towards the drama on who was eliminated. Nadi confronts Rolly about randomly going at her after she tried to calm her down. After like all the drama that she was involved the past couple of days, what were your thoughts on Rolly?
well, I kind of felt where Rolly was coming from. Like I'll be honest, I could feel like where both of them was coming from. But in Rolly's defense, I don't know you. Don't talk to me right now. I'm mad. Who are you to calm me down?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and Smiles, like I'm like, I understand where Smiles was coming from, like trying to calm her down, like it ain't worth it, we don't know them, blah blah blah. But after a while, I don't know you neither, bitch. So I'm not about to keep trying to calm you down and you turn up on me. I'm gonna just shut up and like let you do you. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, so what were you really trying to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
True. It's almost like the same thing as when someone's holding you back when you're trying to fight. It's like, I'm pissed off. Don't talk to me.
yeah,
Leave me
exactly.
alone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're nobody significant to me to
Mhm.
tell me what to do. You don't even know me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could be a psycho,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean? Like, and
Give me
this
my
is just
breather.
me. This is me calm. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Give me my five.
yeah.
So Chance and Mike might come up with the idea of organizing a boxing match in order for you guys to release some of the tension that went on in the house. Do you think this was a good idea? Thinking in that present time while you
Oh
were there.
no, no. We all didn't think it was a good idea. We thought it was stupid because there was real. We were trying to like figure out like what the hell is going on. Like it's only been a couple of days. We
Yeah.
don't know each other. Why is there so much tension and so much hate? And you know what I mean? Like we're really trying to inflict pain on each other. Like it was just crazy. So it was like I was like, that's the worst idea. Everybody was like, that's the worst idea we could do. They didn't tell us that we were going to go box, but we had a feeling like it was like, we're all talking about it, it's rumored or whatever, but we were right. You know what I mean? Like wherever the rumor came from was true.
A couple of the girls called it out and they were like, yeah, we're definitely doing that. And other girls were like, no, there's no way we're doing that.
Yeah. That's what it was. I was like, because I was like, yeah, right. I'm like, why would they put us in a box? Like, why would they make us box like now out of all times? Like, wait till I'm thinking like, I thought it was a good idea for a challenge. Like, you know what I mean? It was definitely a good idea, and I had fun. But at the time of it, I just thought it was a really bad idea. And honestly, like, I didn't know that Shyne and Yodela had like some beef going on. Like I had heard that like Shyne would get drunk and talk shit, you know what I mean? Like people do when they get drunk. Well, not people, but some people do when they get drunk.
Yeah, not everyone.
But I never bore witness to it, and I didn't know that it was like intense like that, you know what I mean? So I was caught off guard by their fight. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, I thought it was a horrible idea. I just know people cannot play fight. Some people are not capable of play fighting. And I told you, I got a lot of brothers and sisters. Like I got 3 step-sisters. I have 1 biological older sister, 4 biological older brothers. You know, I'm used to fighting, to having brotherly, sisterly fades. Like we really fading, but we're not really trying to like hurt each other because it's my brother, it's my sister. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Homegirl fades and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, even me and my brothers and sisters in my granny's house, we used to like when we would be beefing, we had boxing gloves and we'd box each other in the backyard. We're like, it's time to get in the gloves, like, you know what I mean? So like that's what I got in my head. Like we're about to, you know, it's like something like that. I wasn't really like, we weren't really like in there like trying to fight each other, but some of them fights were kind of like real, like you know what I mean? Like Yodela and Shyne and Bad and Bougie and Skittles, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And even, I mean, stuff starts happening on the way to the boxing match where Tokyo catches Stormy saying that she's not really there for Chance. Did you have an opinion on her in this moment? And how did you feel when she ultimately decided to go home?
I was actually happy that she left because up until that moment, she was really cool. Like if you hear Rolly, she's like, I don't like this Stormy. I like the other Stormy. She was cool and sweet. And then when she got in the van, first of all, she wasn't even ready. She wasn't like, she hopped in the van like as soon as we was about to leave, and like she wasn't dressed or nothing. She had no idea what was going on. Like she wasn't even like around when they were putting us in the vans, like, you know what I mean? So like she hopped in like right as we were about to take off, and she's like in her regular street clothes, you know what I mean? Like we all have on like our gym clothes, and she just, I don't know what was going on with her before she hopped in the van with us, but she had a weird ass attitude, like to everybody, like, you know what I mean? Like we were just talking to her and like she's just being weird, and then Tokyo just randomly asked her, are you even here for Chance? And like Tokyo did it on purpose, you know what I mean? Because she knew that Stormy didn't know what was going on. Mm-hmm. We all knew that the van was mic'd up, and like they put us in the van strategically on how we were mic'd up, because some of us had mics on us, and then some of us didn't. So we had to be like, some of us who didn't have the mics on us had to be in the van that was mic'd up. And the people who, you know what I mean? And then people who had mics was in the van that wasn't mic'd up, but it was like a voice, like a face camera, like, you know what I mean? Like, so we was in there like that. So she didn't know any of that was going on, like nothing. So I know Tokyo did that on purpose because she was going to answer correctly. Like, you know what I mean? Like off the dome, like not be calculated about it. And so, and then Rolly asked her, like, you know, we've been recorded, right? And then she puts in her headphones. I love you guys, but y'all too much drama for me. And we was literally chilling in the van, turning up. Like they didn't get everything, but like you could even see Bad and Bougie and Rolly was like joking around, like, you was minding my pussy, like, you know what I mean? Like they like we was all like having a good time in the van. Just
so you said that the cameras were rolling and the audio was rolling, and even though she didn't know. Am I tripping, or like did they not air her actually saying that? Like I feel like they showed the clip starting with, "Oh, you just said that he wasn't here for you," and then she
they did. You know, they edited it out, but it happened.
Like if you're gonna show her like them saying, "Oh, you said that," and
Just
her
the
not
same with the bed
denying that, and why
situation.
not show it, you know? Another person ends up going or attempting to go home because you guys make it to the gym and Chance explains that the challenge is boxing and Danny chooses to bow out. How'd you feel about her decision of not wanting to participate?
Well, I already knew she wasn't gonna fight because we were talking about it on the way there, and I don't blame her. Like that, her face is her brand. That's how she makes money. Like I wouldn't get on there and box and like, you know what I mean, and fuck that up for this show.
Yeah, and I think she said that she was gonna like actually leave, and she actually walked off, and then the next scene was shown her back in line. So, do you know what happened there? Did they have a discussion about that and be like, okay, never mind, you can stay?
I believe they did have a discussion, but I wasn't involved or there, so I don't know what was said or
Okay,
anything like that. But they did let her come back and participate in elimination.
okay. And shortly after that, Natalie Nunn came in as a co-ref for the challenge. Were you, since you said you watched Bad Girls Club and you saw her season, I'm assuming you know her, but I'd also assume that this is the first time that you met her in person. And if that's the case, what were your thoughts on her?
Um, I actually thought she was a pretty cool person. You know, thought she was cute and she's actually pretty cool and down to earth.
Okay. Didn't try to start any drama between the girls or anything?
No, not at all. She was actually really sweet. Like she's really nice. I met her at the premiere party too, and she was really sweet. She's really cool. Yeah, she's really cool. I could see, you know, yeah, she seemed really cool. Like those are the only two times I met her, so like I can't really form too much of an opinion on her. And just basically after my experience, I can't really base any more opinions on her from her time with Bad Girls Club. Like so.
At least you had a good first impression on her. And I mean, what was shown on TV with her wasn't the, I mean, again, that was years ago.
Years
So
ago,
that's
yeah. So
there's some
even if
change.
it was her, I'm pretty sure she's grown past a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, of course. And so the boxing matches start up between Tokyo and Gabriella to finally settle their scores after Gabriella threw the glass at her, you know, the night prior. So,
Mm-hmm.
who did you have your money on before the fight started?
Of course, I have my money on Tokyo,
Mm-hmm.
like everybody did.
Yeah. And Gabrielle actually started kind of giving Tokyo a run for her money before Tokyo goes
She
off.
really didn't, though.
Yeah. That's what I was actually going to bring that up because I think I knew a little bit more about what set her off, but I wanted to know from you if you knew more details because I know she was talking about it a bit on Instagram.
Well, I don't know. I think what set her off. I really don't know too much what really set her off.
Mhm.
Because I don't know if they had an agreement or not or whatever. But I know she didn't want to play fight, and I know they cut out a lot
That's
of
yeah.
what really happened with them.
Okay, that's what I heard. Because
there was like a whole other scene before that got really tense with them too, and that they cut out, and I was just like, you know what I mean? Like,
can you give me any details on that? No, okay. Because I mean,
well, because it's just not my story to tell. But,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, just from what I saw from what we were shown, she didn't throw that glove at Gabriella. I saw her throw it at either Chance or maybe production.
Yeah, she threw it at somebody else, right?
I peeped that. And I was like, okay, she's saying she didn't want to, she said she didn't want to do this. I don't know if it was production or Chance or somebody that told her to, you know, keep it chill with Gabriella during the fight or something. And then it got a little bit heated and that's why she got mad. And if that's the case,
yeah, that's why I said I think it was like a some type of conversation about not hitting each other in the face or something like that. But like I said, I wasn't there for it, so I don't know. And it's like I said, it's not my story to tell.
Yeah. And so it seems like they're literally like putting people that have beef with each other in the ring together, because then it's Rolly and Maria to settle their score from that second night. Did you feel like that was a fair fight, and how did you feel when watching it?
Watch honestly, that fight was funny. I mean, of course, Broly won, and it was
Yeah.
a little edited up. And as far as I know, I believe Broly wanted to fight Biggie, but because Biggie and Tokyo had that situation,
Yeah.
they have to go together.
Right. And the next fight was one of the crazier ones because it was Yodela and Diamond. They had some beef after Diamond allegedly was saying she was going to beat Yodela's ass and made some questionable comments about her relations with King Von prior to
See,
his.
that's the thing. I didn't hear any of that. I didn't hear any. I didn't hear
Okay.
Shyne say that she was gonna beat Yodela's ass. I didn't
Okay.
hear any King Von comments.
So you had no idea what was going on before any of that ensued.
I was shocked. I didn't know any of that was going on. Like I did hear. I'm not gonna lie. I've heard that Shyne would stay up and get drunk and talk shit. Like I did hear that that she was talking shit about Yodela, said something, but she was just like super faded. But also Shyne did also sober let us know that she's not a fighter and she don't like to fight. And she did like some little boxing, because she's a dancer, so like she did like some type of little like boxing stripper dance like thing, and like it fucked her face up really bad, and like she didn't want to do it. Somebody that's telling you they don't really want to fight you, you already won. Like like that, in my opinion. Like that's me being a bully. Like if somebody's running from me and they don't want to fight me, I'm not gonna continue to pursue them. I won already.
With that being said, like, okay, because you know how the fight happened, and then Diamond got some jabs in, but Yodel kind of
she did.
Yeah, and Yodel kind of took over though until it got broken up, and Diamond threw like in a kick. Did you feel like that was like a cheap shot? How did you feel about that?
They both kicked each other.
Yeah.
I didn't really. It was so much going on. Like I didn't really see all of that. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they edited it to make it look like Shyne kicked first and Yodela kicked first or whatever. I don't know if it was edited like that. I just know for a fact that they both kicked each other. Mm-hmm. And at that point, you guys are really fighting, so it shouldn't even matter. All bets are off, right? Y'all got beef, y'all got funk. So why are you mad that she's kicking you? Because if we was really getting down, I'm gonna stomp you all in your face and everything. Like, what I mean? Like, like y'all not really boxing, right? Y'all really got funk. Are you guys is boxing? I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's like, so I just feel like they just need to chop that up. Y'all both kicked each other.
Yeah, and they did. So those gloves came off, and Yodela ran up on her. Did you think that she had it coming? Because I know you kind of said the bullying thing. So do you think that was justified, or did you think it should have been like more of a fair fight?
Honestly, I can't even tell you what I would do in that situation, because I do know Shyne was talking mess still, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, you can't be you got to pick which one you gonna do. Like, are you a fighter and you can fight and shit? Then okay, you want to pop your shit, just back it up when it's time. If not, stop talking shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, you can't keep like justifying things for you after a while, because I don't know what I would do in that situation too. Like, yeah, like you scared me, you don't want to fight, but you won't shut up. Like, like, so I don't know. Like, but like I said, I wasn't around, but people have said, more than one person said that they heard her talking about Yodela while she was drunk. So me, if I was Yodela, I would have just not even cared. Like, yeah, we would have boxed in the ring or whatever, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't have done all that extra stuff, because like I already won. Like, you talk about me, you get liquid courage because you're faded. Like, so, but when you're sober, you don't, like, so I would have fed into that if I was Yodela. But they're younger than me, like, so they don't have the same thought process I do.
Right. Okay, so you're saying that you weren't like there for that. Were you when that whole fight was happening? Were you just not near that corner where all that shit was going down, or were you like in
Yeah,
the?
it was too many people over there, and I wasn't trying to be caught up in there, like, so I was like on the sidelines, just like kind of watching.
Okay. Yeah, because all the other stuff went down where Stoney charged at her.
Yeah, that happened out of nowhere too. It's just all happened so fast. Like,
So I know you said you weren't there like in that area when it happened, but when I was talking to Sony, she said that she like actually ran up on her like 10 minutes after
it
Yodela.
wasn't 10 minutes.
Was it
It
fairly
wasn't
pretty
10 minutes.
short?
It was a short time. Yeah.
Okay. So did you think that she was like trying to jump her in Yodela's defense? Because she had her reasonings for that, but
Well,
I don't.
I can't say this. I know that it was edited, and Skittles never openly admitted to jumping in for Yodela. The whole time she kept saying that they were in the room next door to each other, and she would hear her talking shit all the time. So that was her story. Like that's the reason why, she jumped in. Okay.
Yeah.
My thing is, you've been hearing her talking shit. You waited till now.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
After Yodela fought first, like you could, like, so her timing was off. Like if you would have fought her first and then let Yoda, you know what I mean? Like you could have fought her outside or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like if you just could have fought her another time, not right after Yodela got done fighting her.
Yeah. Did you have any questions in your head like this is gonna go on like the entire time while I'm in this house during this experience? Was it becoming too much for you, or were you just like, it's not my business? I don't give a shit. I'm keeping to myself.
I mean, it was none of my business, but I'm really big on like energy and things like that. So yeah, it was getting a little draining. I'm not gonna lie. Like my sleep patterns were off. I wasn't doing my meditating and things like, you know what I mean? Like, so it did have me like in a weird space. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't had drama and beef like that in like damn near like 12 years or something when my daughter was young and had baby daddy drama. Like, you know what I mean? It's less like I've worked so hard to be in like such a peaceful space.
And it brings
It's
you
like,
back.
yeah. And even still after we're done filming and like now the show's airing and I have to get all this backlash on how they edited things, you know what I mean? And I still have to remember. That's why I'm so like, I'm really grateful that I am mentally fit. And it's because I can see how this shit could drive people crazy.
That would upset me too. And like you said, the show's coming on now. So people are just now seeing it when you lived it months ago.
Exactly.
So it's like, damn, right when you thought you
And
could get
like,
rid of that.
like, yeah, oh my God, we lived it. And now we're done with the shit. And now it's back again. Like,
yeah. So there are still like a ton of matches that happen. And even with people that didn't have issues with each other, like Dominique and Rosie, did you think how did you think about that matchup, and who did you think may have had it in the bag before they started fighting?
I knew Brown Sugar would have it in the bag. And not just to be like biased or anything, because I like Rosie too, but I just felt like, Damo, she's from the hood. Like, I'm just she'd be able to, handle it. And what she did. And plus, people don't realize like boxing and street fighting is so much different. Like boxing is about technique and stance and things like that. So you could beat everybody up on the streets and get your ass beat in the boxing ring. Exactly. Like you could, you know what I mean? Them gloves is heavy, them helmets and shit like that. Like,
and there are rules in boxing. There's no rules in street fighting.
Exactly. And then all we had was like 30 minutes to warm up and train. Like, get the fuck out of here. But I knew she had it. And then honestly, I feel like Brown Sugar got that first round. Like Rosie was windmilling a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you've seen it, but I did. Yeah. And and then, but Brown Sugar, we like, we smoke. I'm rolling up another wood right now. So like, so she probably got a little tired and what she said she did in the second round, but it's just like, damn, it's just like we boxing. Like,
Yeah.
We don't win every fight.
So do you think Natalie and Mike called the right winner?
No, I don't. If anything, it was a tie, but they had to make it. They had to have a winner, so whatever.
Okay, so the next match was Charisse and Stoney, and their beef started like all of 10 minutes ago because Charisse called her a pussy for running up on Diamond. Who do you think was going to take it after watching Stoney just fight for real? Knowing that Charisse also had boxing background.
Well, I didn't know Charisse had boxing background. She never said anything to me about it. I just, but I believe it. Like you could take. I'm actually about to take a boxing class for cardio. Like you know what I mean, get in shape and stuff. So I believe it. She probably took boxing classes, whatnot. Honestly, and I didn't see Skittles fight neither. Like it was so fast, and they barely even did anything. The security's right there. I mean, of course you could tell they let you run up, get a couple hits in, and they grab you. Like it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up, especially when you know the girl's scared and doesn't want to fight. Like why would like? And that's why I don't know, my mom. A lot of my mom's reaction of her going all crazy was when they were like running up on Shyne. Yeah. Shyne was scared and stuff. And like, when, you know what I mean? Like my mom is 60 years old. So, you know what I mean? Like she's been in the same situation, domestic violence situation and coming from violent background, violent childhood. You don't want to see stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like my mom was like, you know, that was real reactions. And a lot of the reactions was to them running up on Shyne like that because she was scared, you know? So it's just like, I don't know, like finding somebody that's scared can be dangerous too.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that they actually let your mom sit it out though, knowing that and like took that kind of seriously. I mean, I don't know if she said that during that scene, but I'm glad that they, you know, were like, you don't have to partake in this and there won't be like consequences for that.
I know. I kept telling them, I was like, I don't want my mom to fight. I was going to fight in the ring for her. Like if they made her fight somebody, I was just going to jump in there and move out the way, but they didn't make her fight.
That's good. So,
yeah, but
I mean, you know, with the Charisse fight and with Charisse and Stoney, Charisse was actually doing pretty good. They were like,
she was. Let me tell you, I want to tell you the real on that one too, because like that was edited as well. Like they edited all of our fights, even Yodela and Shyne's fight. Shyne got more than that one hit in, but I mean Yodela did get her in that corner. Like once Yodela got her in that corner, like
it was over.
It was over. Yeah, but Shyne got more than that one hit in. So we all went 2 rounds, so 60 seconds. Mm-hmm. So the first round, Skittles won that fight. I'm not gonna lie. Like you see the part where Charisse was in the fucking ropes. Yeah. Skittles had her. Fucked up helmet and all. She had her. But there was this one time Skittles bopped Charisse in the head and Charisse popped up and she fought her way back up. I think she got hit one too many times and was like, bitch, fuck this, and started getting her back. So she got that second round. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of the fights were like that. 1 round, you got it. Second round, you got it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah. So it was edited like that too. But of course, they want to make Skittles look like the bad guy. Like everybody that is made to look like the bad guy, they made us look like idiots in that fucking boxing ring. And that's what's pissing me off.
So that's the thing that I was literally going to just ask, because it almost seemed like because of the fact that she got into that fight with Shyne, you know, ran up on her, that again, they were trying to make an example out of her by calling the other person the winner, by calling Charisse the winner. So is that how you felt too?
Yeah, you know, it's not even that they were making an example out of her. I just think it's now she has this bad guy role and like it's good for TV.
So finally, you and Shoshana are up and you're settling your score. You know, you guys had your little altercation the first day. Were you at all worried about this situation? Did you feel like you had it in the bag?
I wasn't worried at all. Just like I said earlier, you know, like I'm used to having friendly fades, brotherly, sisterly fades and shit like that. I wasn't in that boxing ring really trying to like fight her like that. The fight was very edited because I watched the show and I'm looking at it like they made it look like I just stood there and just didn't do shit. And like even when we fell to the ground, the angle that they got, I pulled her down because I start to get tired, and that's my technique in fighting. Like anytime I start to get tired or feel like anything like it's not going my way, I'm gonna pull you down to the ground, and then we're gonna figure it out from there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so and honestly, I haven't even. I'm 32. At the last fight I had, I was 19 years old.
Yeah, you're
I've done a lot of work.
Don't be fighting now.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
And so Shyne, I believe she's 24, 25 years old. Like, she's a little younger than me, you know what I mean? So as she should have won that fight. I feel like she probably did get the better of me when we were boxing, but we had a really good fight. It was a really good, fair, fun, clean fight. And we hugged it out afterwards. And it didn't look like that on camera. Like, I got some hits in, like, I even have a clip of the fight that they posted. Like, they posted a clip of our fight, but then didn't put that clip in the episode. And some of the fans were like noticing that.
Yeah. Well, at least you were able to hug it out. Now, when you did that, did that mean that your guys' beef, if you even had any real beef, was squashed? Like, how did you feel about her at that moment? And what is your guys' relationship now?
So we hugged it out. As like I said, I had fun. It was really fun. I haven't done that in like 13 years. So it was really fun for me. And yeah, that was really just, let's leave all the petty shit, all whatever we went through right here. Because like I told you, like even before, like at the photo shoot, like I liked Shyne, like me and my mom kept calling her firecracker, like, and it wasn't in like a bad way, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, she's just like little and feisty, and I like, you know what I mean? I just didn't like the fact that she got feisty on me, like, you know. So yeah, no, but me and Slim are actually really good. That's my girl. Yeah.
I was shocked. I think a lot of people were shocked, like that she just, I mean, again, like you said, one, you weren't expecting it to be anything more than just like a fun fight. And also they edited a lot of stuff out. But when I saw
her, like, I don't,
I wasn't expecting that from that girl.
Like, I just stood there and just.
Yeah. Yeah. I just like wasn't expecting all that.
Like, I was like, damn, like y'all didn't get like one of my punches at all. Like, because I have a clip of something else, you know what I mean? I'm just like, damn, like, but I get it, you know, I gotta look like the bad guy because I was being petty. So
do you think that if they showed the whole fight, do you think it would have been a draw, or you think you 100% like won that fight?
No, I'm not saying that I won the fight. I'm saying she probably did get the better of me. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I wish they just showed your part.
And like I said, I'm not a boxer. I never really have boxing gloves, and even back in the day when we get in the boxing gloves in the backyard, we didn't have helmets on and shit. My eyelash actually, I was sweating under that shit, and like my eyelash slapped, like, you know, where the big ass long lashes. It was like plastered to the bottom of my face, and then the fucking helmet was right there, and I couldn't see shit, and like I started like having anxiety, like I can't see, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
I feel like I noticed that with multiple fights where the helmets like kept coming up, and it was over the girls' eyes, and I'm like, these refs need to be like, okay, let me pull them to the side and make sure they can actually see.
Yeah.
And I just hate that they didn't show like all the footage, you know, at least with that, you know, it's not too long to where it's going to make your episode long. At least make it look like, make it fair. Don't edit out one person's hits and then leave the other person's in. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see you fight.
Like, I already knew, like, it's not like I wasn't sitting there trying to be like, oh, I won the fight. I gave it to Slim. Mm-hmm. She's quick, younger than me. Yeah. Probably got way more energy than me. Probably did been in more fights recently than me. Like, you know what I mean? I gave it to Slim, but you're not about to just make me look like a fucking idiot. But I get it. Like, it fits their whole little shit they need to do. So
yeah, unfortunately, I think that's something that like you need to accept, I guess, when being on TV, being like, okay,
yeah,
they have their
narrative. Yeah, you do. You know? I signed up for it. So
and I'm sure that's difficult, you know, because you just think reality TV, that word reality is in there, and half the time that's not the case.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not difficult. It sometimes it takes a minute to process things.
Yeah.
But that's why I say, like, this is not for the mentally unfit. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm just really glad that I'm in the mental capacity in the state that I'm in right now, mm-hmm. that I don't not letting this shit get to me, because people really kill themselves and shit over shit people be saying online. Like,
Yeah, I mean, people online are ruthless, especially like the kids that have just fake profiles and just don't give a shit and think that they can. Thankfully, I mean, like Twitter and I feel like Instagram have buckled down a bit and made sure to like report a lot of stuff and take down mean comments. But still, I mean, I feel like online bullying is the worst.
It
And
really
just
is because
because,
you can say everything and then like you can hide who you are and all that
Mhm.
type of stuff. But the crazy thing about it is like the online bullying shit, I don't give a fuck about. I've
Good.
been bullied in real life, like in the 90s. I went to school in the 90s in South Central LA in the Hoovers. And I had some real crazy shit going on. I was, you know what I mean? When I was a kid, can't nobody tell me about no tough skin. So I don't care about what the fuck they like what people got to say. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, it just is what it is. Like I just have to remember that. You know what
You
I
know
mean?
what? I
And
hate when people say that like just because you're older or an adult that you can't be bullied. Like what? What
who
kind of
said
sense does that
that?
make? I hear people say that all the time. It's like just because you're an adult doesn't mean that you can't take shit to heart when people are being ruthless and just downright mean. Like everybody has feelings.
Man, no, seriously, like people aren't human beings or something. It's crazy.
All right, so the last fight was Khadija and Nadi, who they also didn't have any beef, or at least not that I'm aware of. And even though there was a bit of a size difference between the two of them, did you think Khadijah's army background gave her an edge at all?
I wouldn't say it's because of the army, but I do know, excuse me, I have friends that served in the military, in the army,
Mhm.
and the way that they train and condition and stuff like that, like I do know Khadija has some stance to her and you know what I mean? And so it wouldn't necessarily I'm not saying like she was like in combat, like shooting around and stuff. I don't know, but I do know that the discipline in that did probably like help her like fight. And then of course, you know, Nadia, she can't, yeah. I don't think she probably ever had a fight in her life.
Did you think it was fair or like everything that we saw happened in that fight? Like, was there anything cut out of that one?
I'll be completely honest with you. After me and Slim's fight,
Were it
I was over somewhere laying down on one of them like weight
a
table
mood,
things.
a
I
whole mood?
wasn't even paying attention.
I do not blame you at all. Because
I was tired. That was the longest 60 seconds of my life.
and I'm sure you guys were there for like 5 hours.
It was at 5 in the morning. We were
That's what
boxing each other at like 4, 5 in the morning.
that's
And
what the
it's like,
sister
come
said.
on. Like I just felt like they played us and set us up so bad. Like it's not even funny. That's why I'm like, I don't even want to be petty to these girls and spill tea and all this type of shit. Cause like we all got played,
I
bro.
was thinking about that. I was like, because I remember the sisters told me on the live that it was 5 in the morning, and I was like, wait, but it was dark outside. And I'm like, oh, I forgot. At 5 in the morning, the sun's not up yet. Like, no, I
Oh,
didn't.
5 in the morning, bro.
Oh, hell, I would have been like, if you want to kick me off the show for not going to this and sleeping, you can do it.
But we always were filming like that was the time we always filmed to like 4 or 5 in the morning. Those eliminations, that fucking naming ceremony is always like that. It was just that challenge in particular. Like we had to be physical with each other and tired at the same time.
It's a lot. I mean, that's like emotionally draining on
And
top of
physical
physically. Yeah,
now.
on top of physically. Yeah.
Exactly.
So soon after the boxing situation, first elimination ceremony after a challenge comes, which gives Chance a little bit more of a base to make his decision. Were you at all worried that given you lost the match with Shoshana, like, did you think that would hinder you at all?
Honestly, I'm gonna be completely real. No, I did not. I felt like if there was a winner to the challenge, it should have been me and Slim because we were the only ones that were like mature women about it and had a cool little fight and hugged it out after and left everything in the ring like we were supposed to, right? So I didn't understand how it's between me and Danny.
Yeah. And
No shade towards Danny at all because I
yeah,
like Danny. She's hella cool.
I wanted to get to that, but I do have, I want to talk about one thing prior, because we unfortunately had to say bye to your mother, Sonia, this episode. So how did you feel when having to see Chance send her home? Like, was there part of you that was somewhat relieved a little bit since this was considered a competition? You were fighting for someone's love, or did you want to ride out the rest of the experience with her?
I did want my mom to stay a little longer. I was kind of bummed, and it was unexpected. I didn't expect her to go home, but I did know that she did run the risk of going home because she did fight, and then her reactions at the fight too. Um, they edited it a lot as if her reactions were just towards my fight, but it wasn't towards my fight. It was towards everybody's fight. My mom did not like that scene at
Yeah.
all.
And
Just
now it makes
because
sense.
it was just promoting violence, and she just wasn't feeling that. You know what I mean?
Any mother would feel that way.
Yeah, and yeah, even a lot of stuff like the part when they're like when Charisse was like, "Don't you see she's tapping out?" That was a voiceover. She said that about Shyne, not me. I did not tap out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was so funny. It's like I was, you know what I mean? Like, if anybody was tapping out, it was not me. Like, I was really having fun and wanting to fight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was really wanting to fight. Like, and I wasn't, but I was looking at it more like sport, a game. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you took it like a G.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was sad that your mom went home because, like, if she was making me crack up in her interviews, I was like, if anything, at least let her stay for like entertainment.
Commentary.
You know? Yeah. She could have been the mama of the house.
I know, that's what I told her too, but you know, maybe you might see more of her.
Ooh.
Maybe, I don't know.
I hope. Okay, well,
my mom, she goes back and forth with all this because all this online fame and all this stuff, it's all new to her, and
of
she
course
didn't like take it all into consideration. Like, she's just excited to.
I'm gonna reach out to her for an interview because I want to get to know her more personally. How did you feel when Gabby mocked your mother's voice after the elimination?
I wasn't surprised. She's talking shit about everybody.
Did you know about it before watching the show? Like, did you know when you were in the house?
No. I mean, honestly, Gabby was one of the only people that didn't really even talk to my mom. Her and Maria, like, before she even started hanging out with Yodela, like, they just had like bad energy. Like, they were like looking at people crazy and stuff like that. And then something happened, and Maria and my mom ended up being cool. And, she speaks to my mom and stuff. So like Maria, her reactions and responses to my mom, like, "Oh, I will love Granty" and stuff, is genuine. Gabby is fake. Because she never spoke to my mom ever. She even said some little smart, weird ass shit on the first day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
do you just think that it was like with her that it was a situation where she was doing stuff for TV and thinking that since this is her first time on TV, like maybe she was trying to be this person that she wasn't?
Yeah, now that I'm like kind of like peeping it out and, taking a step back and looking at it, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like when third person, like taking a step outside. Yeah, I could see it being something like that. Because she's being a little more humble now that she's seeing how things are being edited out. And, yeah, so.
Do you see yourself, like, if you guys were to ever see each other outside of the house, outside of the show, do you think that you guys would get along?
I don't know.
No interest in even like thinking about it?
No. And the only reason I say that is because I've had a lot of situations where I've seen girls, and I've seen myself in other, girls or younger girls or whatever, and I've tried to be like a friend to them, and it always backfires on me and stuff like that. And like, once I see a side of a person that I don't like now, like, I just keep it like that, because I don't know. So I don't really have an interest in it because like there's no reason to even want to have an interest in it.
Yeah, like I gave you a chance, you blew it.
It wasn't even like a chance. Like it's just like we never clicked, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you never seemed like my cup of tea. And then once she like started clicking up with Yodela, she started being like a little follower and she started talking shit for no reason. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
Like and it's like my beef with them isn't even really real. Like, you know, like even with Yodela, you know what I mean? Like if you notice when I went to get my hat, you'll look in the background and you'll see Yodela like talking shit to whoever she was standing next to and like laughing. And that's when I heard that she was talking about me later on that night. And I had confronted them about something. It was something else. It was something else that happened off the camera, but she had plenty of space and opportunity to say whatever she had to feel, you know, about me then. But she indirectly, you know, said some shit. So it's just like whatever, you know. So
Okay.
it's just like I know all this little shit is just all for propaganda. So I just use it for propaganda too. Like, so.
Got you. No, I completely see where you're coming from.
Yeah, she had plenty of space and opportunity. So I started like being petty and all the shit to her online.
Okay.
Because
Are y'all still
I
going
felt,
at it online?
huh?
Are y'all still going at it online?
Yeah, we were. I haven't been able to comment or anything like that. I'm kind of like temporarily blocked. I don't know, it keeps reporting me, but that's also a sign too. My manager told me that I need to you know, chill out. Like, yeah, because like if too many people report my page, it'll go away. And like,
Yeah. I'm telling you, these people from like so many people that have been on Zeus shows, their pages are being deleted left and right. Like the girls from the cabaret, I've had so many of them. Like, I'm like, wait, I thought we were cool. Did you unfollow me? And then I realized that their page like got taken down.
yeah, no. So yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
about to
be
just
careful.
chill out and just remember what the bigger, you know,
Bigger picture is.
yeah, remember what the bigger picture is. And, you know, I came there, you know, wanting to be with Chance and like, you know, trying to get to know him and things like that. And I'm not gonna let all that other shit bother me anymore because I can't continue to let it just be bothering me in my real life, my real spirit. Like
Yeah, you got other
that's why I
stuff
said
going on.
yeah, that's why I said it's all fake beef, you know. And then like Gabriella Biggie jumped in it when I started talking shit to the Yodela online. Like I didn't even really start talking shit to her online. I just said like 3 or 4 things. And then she started going on and on and on this live for like 2 hours.
Yeah, and that shit's draining.
Yeah, and then Biggie got it in. They were all talking or whatever, and that's where it all started. So because it has been online, so if anybody's watching this that has been following all the drama that's been going on all the blogs, like Zeus Hottest Tea blog, and there's this other blog that I don't even want to like mention the names. I don't like them, but yeah, it was a lot of drama going on, and that's how it stemmed up. It all started when I heard she was talking about me and calling me Justin Bieber. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I took on the new alter ego of Justin Bieber. So I already was Kelly Bundy. So my family, they call me Kelly Bundy because they say I can be a little like slow and airheaded. And then like I hey, but I'm smart though. I'm really smart. I'm really smart. It just sometimes it takes a little minute to catch on. And then now I'm Justin Bieber. And so like I'll be like playing his songs. Like, you know, so it's like can't nobody ever clown me. Like
Yeah.
so yeah, they were all calling me Justin Bieber, singing the Justin Bieber song and shit. Like, you guys are some like little, but they just want to be like little mean girls, and it's just fucking whack and just corny as fuck to me, like, you know. And so I was just making fun of them, and like, you know, and now, but then now just watching it, it's just like, I'm not even about to give Zeus any more. Like, I mean, let me just shut up.
Sorry, like I feel bad because I know it's late and I have like a few more questions for you, like 4.
It's
And
okay.
I just want to say,
I'm chilling. Don't even trip. This is fun.
all right. So let's get back to the elimination, because this is when you and Danny are actually going up last. And I wanted to know, like, how did you feel about the possibility of getting picked over someone who didn't even participate in the boxing challenge?
I just felt that it was kind of messed up. I mean, I understand that. I mean, I don't know. I just felt like it was messed up. Like, not only that she didn't participate, was genuinely there to get to know and be with Chance. And not only get to know him, like I already knew about him. Like, you know what I mean? Like I genuinely been watching him since I was a teenager. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I wanted to get to know him. And I felt that it was kind of unfair that I was in the bottom two against someone that, you know, didn't seem as if she wanted to be there as much as I did. Yeah. I'm not saying she didn't want to be there. I'm just saying she didn't want to be there as much as I did.
Right. Well, I mean, he ultimately chose to send Danny home, and Yodela actually said that she feels like Chance would have kept her if she fought harder to stay. Do you feel that that was true, or did you think Chance would have picked you either way?
I don't know. I feel like for TV purposes, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's very difficult to say because, like, for TV purposes, like, it was a very good story with me and my mom there. You know.
I think so too.
Yeah, but then my mom went home, so, and I don't know.
And up until this point, you guys didn't have any like solo dates with him, right?
Mm-mm.
No. Is that just
so
because
it was just going all off of the challenge that we just had and the first day?
So that sucks. Like they're basing their decisions off of that. It's like you had no opportunity to really get to know who I am.
Right.
From what it looks like, it's like just a couple days in, but we're almost like halfway into the season. And despite being picked last in the most recent episode, are there any girls out of who's remaining you feel you needed to keep an eye on?
Well, I know, you know, he kind of like Soldier Girl. I could tell she got her hat first.
So you were like, okay, she's kind of competition maybe?
I kind of knew at the photo shoot because she's very beautiful. Yeah, low key. There was a part in the trailer where she kind of looked like me. That's why I changed my hair a little bit because I was like, it looks similar. But she's very pretty.
I can respect you a lot for saying that, and for saying that, like, oh, she might be a little bit of competition. Because I feel like a lot of girls will say, nope, there's no competition. Like, I'm the baddest one here. I'm going to win, you know.
Oh, no. Well, no, I don't know. I'm a humble person in real life, you know, and I give respect where respect to, like, Soldier Girl. I knew she was very pretty. I'm not even gonna lie. Like when I got there, after watching first season, right? Because after I got casted and I watched it, I'm like, these bitches on the show. I got this.
You're like, God damn it.
There's like all these beautiful girls, and I'm like, oh shit. Like I really gotta come with it. You know what I mean? So it's like,
bring it.
So that did catch me off guard. Like I'm not gonna lie. So no, there was a lot of beautiful girls this season. Like everybody was beautiful. Yeah, and then everybody had like their own unique, different style. You know what I mean? Like everybody brought something different to the table, and I like that about this.
Completely different personalities, everything.
Yeah. Exactly.
That is one thing that Zeus, I can say, is really, really, really good at, is picking their cast. Because they know, I mean, again, a strategic move. They know that like all these people are going to bump heads. All these people are completely different. You know, there might be clicks here and there, but they know exactly what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah. So speaking of maturity, If there's a reunion for season 2, I'm not sure if you can confirm whether there is one or not. But if there is one, are you coming for anybody? And if so, who and why?
Well, I have in my butt,
Ooh.
it's like being weird.
Ooh.
Well, I have that I don't have plans to like come and fight anybody. Because remember, I told you I'm not a fighter anymore. Like, I mean, I can fight. So, like, if I have to defend myself, I will.
Like, call anybody out on the bullshit or anything?
I do have some plans and some tricks and receipts up my sleeve. And I have to save it for the reunion because if it doesn't happen on the reunion and they don't display it for the world to see, I might blow my chance.
By any chance,
I'm trying to get one more chance now.
By any chance,
I need that one more chance.
Is anybody that you're coming for possibly a sister? Like, does she have a sister? Any of those?
Does not. I don't know if she has a sister, but the sister is not on the show. If that's what you want to know.
Okay. That cleared it up. Okay. Before I play a little game with you, I did want to ask, out of this entire experience, what is one positive and one negative thing that you can say about the network Zeus?
So I don't want to say anything negative about them because Zeus Network is a Black-owned business.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say anything negative about them because they gave me an opportunity. So I'm not going to say anything negative about them. But what I can say positive about them is that their staff is fucking amazing. All the PAs, Matthew, everybody is great. Like, I love their staff. And that's what I could say. Like, they treated us really, really good while we were working and filming. Yeah. So.
And I hear that time and time again. So that's really good to hear. It's not, again, it's rare to have a production company treat you well as a cast member. Okay, so let's get to our game. I don't know if, I gave you a little heads up about this because otherwise it might take a while. But so I want to call out the girls' names and see if you can come up with your own nickname for each of the girls, okay?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I know. I thought about that because I felt bad because I was like, damn. I was like, she thought she had more time, and also you're taking your daughter and stuff and driving home. So I was like, shit, she probably didn't. Do you think?
But I'm gonna try my best to keep it quick.
Okay. So first is Soldier Girl.
But see, I actually like her name. But see, that what he does is he asks you about yourself, and then he names you kind of off of like what you tell him about you, or like what his first impression is of you. You know what I mean? So, so I actually thought that was a cute name for her because she was in the army. You know what I mean? Like Soldier Girl. Like, so I probably wouldn't change her name. I hope I'm not being not fun by not changing the names.
Okay. How about Bombshell?
Flatback.
Honestly, that was hilarious.
It was. I wish you would have embraced it. It was. Yeah. I liked it.
I think she took it as a joke though, like because you said that she was like, "Man, you're not about to do me like that." Like, fuck you.
Yeah,
she would have laughed it off eventually.
But she wouldn't accept it. She wouldn't accept the name. Like,
yeah, okay, so I definitely respected that. I feel like I know what you're gonna say almost about this one. Fluffy.
Nest.
Literally, I was like, I know exactly what she's gonna say.
Next question.
All right. How about Danny Dashian?
I would have called her like Barbie or something like that.
Oh, there was a Barbie on Justin's Cabaret. We already got his Barbie on Zeus.
Uh, what's the girl's name from Clueless? Claire?
I have no idea.
I would have called her the girl from Clueless. I forget her name.
Okay. Damn it, I wish I knew.
Is it Claire or Cher? No, it's Claire.
Damn. Okay. Well, the people in the comments will confirm that.
Okay, please comment below.
Yeah, please
the name
do.
Of
Clear
the
that
main
up.
character from Clueless.
Okay. And guys, while we're doing this, write in the comments and give nicknames for each girl that you want to give. How about,
I want to see these nicknames.
Yeah, I know they're about to be messy. How about Bad and Bougie?
I want y'all to bring the heat for me too. I want to see something original. Like, I'm tired of hearing Crunch Bar and Oatmeal Face. Okay, like, come up with something different. Like my 7th grade teacher, Mr. Hawkins, I used to wear braids all the time. He called me a fish with braids one time in front of the whole class. They started laughing at me, and we was all dying. One of my friends gonna write. Yeah, so I want y'all to come with it.
What is this
about me?
What is this Crunch Bar and acne face? So I see no acne.
I mean, I have a little makeup on. I do have I have bad skin, but everybody did. Like, everybody had bad skin. Chance even had a few bumps on his face too. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That is not, like, I would not consider that, like.
And I was like going through peels. Like, yeah. I was getting these chemical peels, and I was like on my like 3rd one when I would be right before I started filming. So my skin was like peeling off. It was just not like cool. But and then I had to start all over because while I was filming, everything was out of whack. Like, so like,
okay.
Yeah, well, but no, I've always had bad skin my whole life. It's nothing new.
You don't have
bad skin. Really bad. It used to be really, really, really bad.
Everybody's was bad when they were younger, though.
I know, but I don't care. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've been through so much shit in my life, and I've been talked about, and like all kind of shit. Like, this little baby shit don't fuck with me.
Yeah. Yeah, and no nickname gonna upset you. That's good. I'm glad you have.
No, that's why I said come with the heat. That's why I said I love that shit.
All right, she's giving me all the invites. So
I wish you would see me in my. Well, you will. You'll see me in my one of my best friends on Sky. We used to have this. We used to do skits back in the day. We call ourselves Sky Taylor TV. We're gonna like revamp that and bring it back out. We're hella funny together. We're clowning each other. Yeah, we be clowning each other so bad.
Oh, I can't.
We talk about ourselves with a filter. Like, damn, I hate when the filter come off my face. I be wanting to cry. It's so ugly.
All right, y'all. Yeah, bring the heat for her. You got the invitation.
Please, I want to hear all that shit. You never know. I might put one of them lines in my new segment that's gonna be coming out. Sky Taylor TV.
There we go. There we go. That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right, now I gotta know what names you come up with the rest of these girls. I forgot. Okay. Like, there are so many. Oh my god.
There's a lot of like together, like make it snap.
We on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We on the 5th. Bad and Bougie.
I would have called her Opera.
Ooh.
Because she was singing that opera shit a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, did they?
They edited it out, but did she not do the opera shit when she started?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if she did.
I didn't see it, but no, she did. She was doing that opera shit when she was getting her name.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to rewind that.
Ain't nothing's wrong with it though. It's really dope. It's really
okay. So she is good at it.
No, she's really, really good at it. Okay. She's actually pretty dope.
I mean, that's a great talent to have if you can sing at that.
It is. I think that's how Mariah Carey started off or something like that. Or Mariah Carey's mom used to be an opera singer or something like that.
Oh, if you can hit that pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's talent. How about Brown Sugar?
Well, I called her Vallejo from the start. So Vallejo.
Okay, wait, where did that come from? Well, what is Vallejo?
Well, that's where she's from. She's from the Bay.
Okay.
She's from Vallejo.
Okay, so
me and my mom, we was calling her Vallejo at first before we like knew her name like that. We just was calling her Vallejo, and then she told us her name was Amit. Then they called her Brown Sugar. So I started getting used to calling her Brown Sugar. For a minute, like I was calling her both Vallejo and Brown Sugar.
Next is Biggie. She said that with the straightest face I've ever seen in my life. Why'd you have to do her like that?
I didn't mean.
You didn't even wait like a second. It was like a millisecond after I said it, you were like, Biggie. Petty. Okay. What about Baby Ruth?
Baby Ruth. Like, that's just what she is. Baby Ruth. It's gotta be Baby Ruth.
Oh my God. Okay. Smiles.
Smiles, smiley. She was smiling all the time. Even when she, like, after her and Soldier Girl's fight, her nose was bleeding a little bit. She was just smiling. It was like, you know.
Someone pointed that out. They were like, she's still smiling.
Yeah, she's still smiling. It was probably me who said it.
It probably was. Would you change Roly Poly's nickname?
No.
It's just like, I feel like it's perfect.
Roly. She's
perfect.
Roly.
Like, if she told me to call her by her like real name, I'd be like, I can't.
I know the only person that calls her by her real name is Matthew, one of the producers.
I heard he's cute. Oh, I mean,
he's cute.
How about? So, would you? We talked about this a little bit. Would you want to change your name to something else officially, if you could?
I don't know now. Like, it's just like I'm Dottie now. Like, you know, like
it's stuck with you.
It's stuck with me. Yeah, it's up and it's stuck.
Okay. What about Yodela? Because she's had that nickname since last
Liar.
Year. And you did the same thing where you just answered so quick. Just liar.
Liar.
Okay.
Or lie to kick it.
Okay. We're going to move on to Wop Wop.
I'm gonna have to call her Raven from Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
I loved that line. My Mortal Kombat skills did not activate. Oh my God.
That shit had me dead.
It's fucking hilarious. She's like, all my Mortal Kombat skills is about to activate. I felt her too. I was like, hell yeah. I used to be Katana. That was me. And then she's like, my Mortal Kombat skills did not activate.
She's a comedian too.
See that post she posted? Somebody made a whole post with all the Mortal.
Yes.
I'm so mad I can't comment her post because I would have reposted that. That shit was so funny. I was dying.
That's why I could appreciate her too. Like after she calmed down in the fight and she did her interview, how she took it all as a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. What about Slim?
Firecracker.
Ooh, okay. That's a good one, and that makes sense. Nothing gonna ask.
See, this is what me and my mom, this is what we do all the time. We make nicknames for people because we be forgetting their names.
Yeah. I mean,
we already had some nicknames. Like we called Brown Sugar Vallejo. We called her Firecracker because she was like going off on everybody.
Oh, that one is like self-explanatory. It's a little firecracker. How about Smalls?
Smalls, I guess.
Just Biggie and Smalls.
Yeah, Biggie Smalls.
Okay.
When Chan said Biggie, get your big ass up there, I rolled 3 times and did a somersault.
I died. I wheezed.
I was like, he did not have to do her like that.
Yeah, I be saying that like half the time when I'm watching the show, and I'm like, damn, did he really have to say that?
Yeah, well,
you would hurt my feelings if I was on that show. And when he used to roast Mangina, like, I don't know if you saw that scene where he was dancing on the pole and they just like walked straight out and they were like, what are you doing, Mangina? And they just walked straight out. They were like, where are you going?
Knowing what I know now, I'm pretty sure they told Mangina to do that and like, you know. Like,
oh, 100%. All right. So next we got Shyne.
He had called her something. Oh, he had called her Sparkle. I would have called her Sparkle. Because she had this little like sparkly headband on.
Okay. Skittles.
I think Skittles is a good name for her. I like it.
It is a good name. And last but not least, the one and only Grantee.
I like Grantee.
I do too. Like, I don't know what else we would call her.
I don't either. Like, I think it was perfect for her. Like, you know, like she gives these auntie vibes, auntie Grantee vibes. Like,
Yeah. So your names are stuck. That's it.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, that's all I have for you. I want to thank you again so much. Actually, you know what? Before we go, let's take a step back from the show. I want to ask you about yourself a little bit outside of the show. Tell us what you're doing now. I don't know. Like, I know you talked about what you do for work, insurance. I don't know if you want to go into about that, but what you do on the side. So tell us more about yourself. Give us some fun facts and let the fans know who you are outside of this.
One more chance.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Because I'm actually a person. I'm actually pretty dope. Person. As you can see, like I do a lot of crystal healing. Like I seen somebody in the comments who's like, you're supposed to be with good energy, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like I wish people would understand, like, this, we are there to entertain you. Yeah. This is what you're being entertained. So, you know, but outside of One More Chance, I'm actually a rapper. I do music. I am actually working on an EP due to be released, and it's pretty dope. It's I'm bringing storytelling back to rap. So like my music tells a story. Every record I have has like a meaning behind it, and the EP is going to be titled 5210, and even that has a story behind it too. So
can we know that story? Or is it too long?
No, but I mean, I can tell you about it. I mean, if we have time. So basically, I plan on, my ultimate goal in life is to buy my grandmother's homes back, starting with the home 5210 Wilton Place. When I do have more money and a bigger team behind me to put together the perfect album that I want to do, I will title my album Wilton Place. Okay. And the reason why that's the house I'm going to start with is because that's the home that I was well aware of. I grew up there and I watched it be, you know, taken away. But the good thing about it is my family sold it to the neighbors. So like I still do my photo shoots there and everything because we know the neighbor. Yeah. So I plan to be stupid rich to where I'm just go with my checkbook, like, here, name your price. There's a blank check. I want the house back. And then I'm going to get my other grandmother's homes back as well. So, but that's why my album is titled 5210. And then, I mean, my EP is 5210 and then the album is Wilton Place because it's just telling a story about me. And that's the block. I have all my best memories in that home with my brothers and all my family together, and just, I was, you know, like, that's where I grew up. You know, my best friends, like, you know what I mean? I made a little name for myself, you know what I mean? In the hood. My daughter still plays basketball and goes to school, you know, goes to school in the area. My daughter actually goes to the same middle school I went to when I was a little kid.
That's really cool.
Yeah, she goes to Horseman.
Okay.
And yeah, she plays basketball at Van Ness Park, and she always does the activities there. Like, so, like, you know, like, we're real active in the community. So that's one of my plans. I just want, my ultimate goal is, like, I want to buy our neighborhood. I want us to buy our neighborhood back. It's a lot of gentrification going on in LA, and it makes me sad that a lot of, like, stuff that I grew up in the city is being turned into something else. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, we got this new stadium now, and like, it's just so, and then a lot of, like, people lost their homes in the 90s and sold it or whatever they did. And now they don't get to partake in all the good things that's coming, all the prime real estate. This is like $1 million homes now just because that stadium there, and they're putting that trolley down Crenshaw, and, like, you know what I mean? So so it's like, if there's enough of us to get together, like, we can buy our community back and take part in what we built. Like, we grew up here, we built this community, like, and now they're letting them come and take over. Like, so
yeah,
that's my ultimate goal. And so I'm in my music, I'm talking, my music is my poetry, my therapy. That's how I get through it, a lot of things in life. So like we're talking about like some real shit and make music for everybody too. So just every record tells a story.
Well, I like to think that people that are selfless like you and have good intentions will get what they want. So I'm hoping that you do get a good amount of money to where you can buy those houses, because
I
that
am.
is a great idea.
There's actually more to the story. So my grandmother that lived in that home 5210 Wilton. So she's really, really old. So she's like my step grandma, but she's my grandma. But she adopted all of her kids, and she adopted them at 65. So she bought that home at like 19, I want to say like 37 or something like that. So she had the house forever. And she adopted all her kids when she was older. So she passed away like right before she would have been 100 that year. She lived a really long time. Yeah, but she adopted a lot of kids. So once I do buy that house back, I'm going to turn it into some type of group home or orphanage for children. You know what I mean? Because that's what my grandma
used to want that.
put it in her name. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a lot of charitable things like that in the works going on. I have a record on this EP that I'm going to drop that I have one of my very best friends. He was a big deal out in Oakland. His name is Rashard, but he goes by the Ghost. I came across 16 bars from him last year in my email, just stumbled across this random email, and it's the raw 16 version of him. So I'm working with his sister right now and my producers, and they're putting him on my record. Like, we had a song together back in the day. He's like one of the first people that I've ever like recorded with. It's like 10, 11 years ago, He passed away back in 2014, but I have music from him. So like I plan on starting some type of like peace rally in his name. Maybe turn it into some type of organization. So that's going to start first. That's going to be one of the first things that I'm going to do, like to take those steps in that direction. So
you got plans, which is good. Yeah. I'm glad.
I have a whole vision board I can take you and show you.
That's seriously like amazing. Like I'm really hoping that all of that works out with opening, the fact that your grandmother, was the one that was adopting kids and stuff like that. This is what she would want. Like, this will probably be her dream come true to see her granddaughter doing this. So that for one is amazing. And two, I better get some music in the DMs that nobody else has heard before, like or something.
I will. We just actually shot a video last week for my new single coming up. We'll be releasing it. We should be releasing it in the next couple of weeks. It's titled Fly Shit, because I'm always on some fly shit. So this is the story about me being on some fly shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm always on some fly shit. No, I'm just playing, but it's just it's really just a track. Like, I'm just having fun. It's really, I love the beat. I let the engineer do his thing with the effects and the transitions, and the beat is really dope. It's produced by my producer / manager, and the whole EP is produced by Day One. It's amazing, and I cannot wait to release everything and just.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear it. And again, I better get a sneak peek, or at least from the video from one of your singles that are coming out. I'm gonna annoy you.
I will. I actually have videos out already on YouTube. I have about like 4 or 5 videos out, and I have a few singles out on all the streaming platforms already that you can currently listen to. One of my most popular songs, and I'm actually thinking about doing a remix to it because it's one of my most popular ones. I even have a radio edit to it. It's Oh Jesus.
Licking on my lips, I know you wanna get a taste. Daddy said I'm fine, then he pulled me by the waist. He said he got the time cause shorty fly and worth the chase. I play my position and I stay in my own lane cause a bitch.
We did that last year. It was like one of my breakthrough songs that I did coming back on the scene because I took some time off. I had to get things together in order in my life, so but over the years, I was doing like features for people and music videos and whatever, I even done some acting too. Like, I've done some scripted acting, audience work, and stuff like that. Yeah. So my daughter too, like, I got her involved in shit.
That's great.
But yeah, well, Jesus was one of the most popular ones. So I'm thinking about doing a remix and doing like a re-intro to it. I don't know.
Now I'm excited to listen to your music. And you got to let them know, the people that are watching, where to find not only your music, but also where to find you on social media and all that. So give all those plugs.
You can find me on all streaming platforms under Meeko Taylor. So you're going to spell Meeko like Meeko and Taylor, Taylor. And then my Instagram, you can find me there _meek.taylor. And that's about it. I don't have a Twitter and I don't have a Facebook.
Well, guys, be sure also to follow Formation Productions on Instagram. Follow the Mo Visuals YouTube page. That's where all our interviews go on. And follow me at Don't Touch My Hair on Instagram. And again, I wanted to thank you so much for taking this time. I mean, we were talking forever, and I appreciate you for being so humble. And like, I mean, you've been literally humble since we've been following each other since day one, since OMC came out. And I thank you so much. You've been so cool. And this was so much fun. I appreciate you.
Well, thank you. I know I appreciate all the support and love from you guys. And yeah, I know I do. You guys make the experience better. So thank you. And thank you for having me. This has been fun. So you don't even have to thank me. Like, I've had fun. I've been chilling. We've just been chopping it up.
Well, no, again, I'm going to thank you for the 100th time, and we will continue to support you, of course. And I'm excited to even see the roasts of all the girls, including yourself. And I will let you know if I find one that you haven't seen or heard of. And
I want to.
That's something that we're gonna like be.
Please put it in the comments. Don't forget that part, y'all.
Yeah.
Start get to commenting.
Don't roast me though, because I'll cry.
No, don't roast me.
No,
I want all the smoke.
I don't want none of it.
I do. Bring it.
All right. Well, thank you. I hope you have a good night. Okay.
You too. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Bye.